Hi, welcome to Wiki Techie and Kashiv Infotech. So, if you want to earn salary, more money, get a job, C++ is the right option, people. So, C++ is one of the fantastic technology and the base technology to enter into the job. Today, I'm going to talk about C++. So, I got almost more than 50 concepts today to discuss with you. Let's move on. Okay, so what is C++? C++ is a powerful programming language. It is a superset of C. So from this C language, you got a C++ language. On top of it, like a C++ is nothing but your C program with the object-oriented programming, like class and object becomes a C++ language. You may ask me who found it, sir. So it's Jan Stop. Okay, so it's really tough for me to tell you. Like in 1980 at Bell Labs, this guy have found the language called C++. So C++ compilers can compile your C program and also a C++ program. The base concept is like C program with the object-oriented concepts like class and object becomes a C++ and a very powerful language. Okay, so you may ask me, what is this object-oriented programming concept, sir? The first concept is like you got a lot of concepts like encapsulation, abstraction, like a polymorphism and inheritance. These are four main concepts. I got a video on object-oriented programming. Just check it out in my YouTube channel. You are able to get it. Okay, let's move on here. What is this object-oriented programming? It's telling a high-level information abstraction, making it to do in different way polymorphism, and using hierarchical things, that is what inheritance, and finally enclosing in a packet and secure the data, secure the things, that is called encapsulation. So these are the four main concepts we need to understand on object-oriented programming. So these four concepts becomes on object-oriented programming, and C++ incorporate all these four concepts. Okay, we'll talk about in detail on these things. So if we talk about the C++ futures, so what is a future, sir? So here is the one. So we should understand a basic C++ program now. Basic C++ program in the sense like you are able to see this is your library and this is your main function. This is the entry point. So main function is the entry point. Over here, this is your library IO stream and I'm trying to include it. You got the main program here and the main program is it's returning an integer. So the entire function will return an integer, and this is the code which I've executed. So this program will try to print hello world, a very simple program. Okay, a function. So if you have this kind of bracket, then it is called as function. So you got your function main, and this function is returning an integer. 0 is the one it is getting returned. So you will be placing it here. And if it is a parameters, you should place it here. Okay, we'll talk about in detail in my upcoming concepts. Okay, so this is how it works. Function returning values. So it is returning 0. I put as int. I don't have anything to return, sir. I'll make this void. So function returning an integer values work like this, and function not returning anything, it will be working like this. This is how the code is written in C++. C out is nothing but printing out. That is called a C out. Okay, over here, as I told you, like you got your C out here. So a C++ sample program to fetch an input from the user. How you can get it? Out printing in taking in. Simple. Okay, so you got your C out. Enter the number. I declared a variable in number 1. So I enter the number. So I'm trying to get the number 1 here input. And I'm trying to print the number is plus. What is the number I gave? I'm trying to print it. So I gave it as 10. So I'm getting the enter the number. I'll give 10. The number is 10. So that is the output I'm going to get. This is how your C++ program input data from the user works. So here is the one we are going to discuss. We are going to talk about the structure now, followed by lots and lots of concepts. These are the areas we are going to see. These are the areas. So you will enjoy things. I will cover all these concepts now. Let's move on. So before that, I got some live articles and live implementation for you people. I've written articles and I made a lot of animations. You can enjoy practically, I've executed everything, all concepts, all C++ concepts. I placed it somewhere here. Okay, over here, like you just go to this particular link. I'll put this link in the description and also in the first comment. Okay, just go to this link, kashuinfotech.com/cpp-training-in-Chennai. Just go to this link and you are able to see lots and lots of concepts. Here's the link. Let me like once again check it out. I'll tell it for you. Yes. Okay, so here is the page. Just scroll down. You are able to see a lot of picturized interview questions here. Just see it. What are the concepts I need to see in C++? You can see, check it out here. These are the areas you must read in C++. Okay. Scrolling down, you are able to see it here. Something good, interesting for you people. Over here, C++ tutorials, errors and fixes, for loop, Fibonacci series, inheritance, operators, concepts. That's really awesome, man. C++ versus C++ versus Java versus Python. Namespace. You got your interview questions here. You got your C++ interview questions here. I got the resume template for freshers. That's awesome, man. Heap sort, inheritance, Newton-Raphson method. Lot of things are there, man. Okay, so you got lots and lots of concepts here. Okay, I'll take one thing like my C++ tutorial over here, which I want to show you to you. I got my C++ interview questions. You can see a lot of C++ interview questions here. That's really good. Okay, that's awesome. You got your resume template for freshers. Over here, you got a resume template for freshers. That's good. You can enjoy it. And over here, I'm into C++ tutorial. You can see it here. These are the C++. I got a lot of animated content, people. Everything is picturized. These are the areas I'm going to discuss. How C++ works. Flow control, arrays, structures, object, inheritance, pointers. That's awesome, man. Okay, so let's move on to some program to show you how it works. So in the left side, I'm clicking it here. You are able to see it here, people. I've executed the code here. Everything is executed and you get the output. We work really hard to give lots and lots of content. Everything in picturized formats. Everything is animated contents. You will have the code and everything here with a detailed explanation. So when whatever things you go, like I got my like I'll go to my while and do while loop. Let's see like how it works. You can see it here. Everything is executed. Everything is executed. You can see the output here. Okay, the code is here and you can see the output. And explanation of entire things is given here. This is how I created my own articles, people. You can enjoy simple programs and detailed explanation. Everything is here. Okay, just go to this link. I'll put this link in the description and the first comments. Okay. Yeah, thanks for joining today on C++. C++ is a very powerful language, people. So in 1980s, you got a C programming. From the C programming, like we got a lot of object-oriented concepts, reusability, and lots and lots of reusable and powerful languages, powerful concepts integrated to become a C++ in 1990s, people. So these are the four major object-oriented programming which makes the C++ language very powerful. Your abstraction technique, your encapsulation, your inheritance and polymorphism. These are the very powerful things which make your C++ a very powerful language. And from the C++, you got your like Visual C++, which is like a Microsoft entered into the like application world. From there, you got your integration with the .NET. It becomes a VC++.NET. So C++ is available till date. Till date, it's available, people, and it's a very famous technology. Okay, so if you want to learn more, you can contact us anytime. So this is Venkat from Kashyap Infotech company, our company Kashyap Infotech. We are providing internships and also courses via online and offline people. So what is internship? Internship in the sense, just go to your company, learn the technology, build your profile, gain some experience, via that you can go for a job. So we are helping people to go for job people. So you can contact me anytime for any kind of help. And this is the contact numbers to contact me. This is the one. And if you couldn't reach me, you can reach me via my WhatsApp numbers, and here's my emails to reach me. So you'll be getting immediate response from via the email. And here is my Insta account. If you want to talk to me, yes, you can talk to me easily. So here's my Insta account. Click this follow button. Contact me at any time. Yes. So note to the companies and recruiters, if any of the HR or company people look into this video, please, they can send your job description to us. We'll give the best candidates to you. On the other hand, to the company, to the subscribers and to my students, you got career breaks, degree non-completed, non-IT, relax. Contact me, treat me as a brother. I'm ready to help you people. Okay, so it's time for me to move on to my technology. It's going to be real interesting today. I'm going to talk about lots of concepts on C++. Okay, this is the continuation of my previous videos. I got a video on object-oriented programming. Please look into the video, you'll enjoy it. Okay, first thing we'll talk about a structure. What is a structure, sir? Sir, int is a variable, string is a variable, character is a variable. Group it into a box, sir. Is it possible? Yes, group into a box. That is called as structure. Okay, so structure is nothing but I got the data. Venkat age is there, education is there, native is there. Can you consolidate into a box, man? So I got my ID, marks and name. Group into a box. Okay, and take this box as it is. That is called as structure. You will be having an ID, you got your marks, you got your name. Group into a box, that is called as structure. So that accessing it is really easy, people. That is why the structures are used. The structures are used. Here is the one. You are able to see the structures are created for the person named Arun. And you can see I got the structure created, the person named Krishil. So everyone will having different data, but the structure is same. Okay, so I can make it as a box so that I can pick it easily, man. That is why the structure becomes real famous. So structure will be having a structure variable. So create this structure and use this structure to put the data via the structure variable or structure objects like this. Okay, that is how your structure is created. Sir, structure is a photo, sir. Using this mobile photo is there. Mobile is there in photo picture. So using that one, I created the mobile. Oh, this is the mobile. I can use it to access, right? So this is your structure, and this photo is a structure. This is the real-time object or structure variables. The same thing with the object-oriented concept. It becomes a class and an object. I'll talk about those things later. Okay, so structure and the structure objects. So here is the sample program. We are going to see it now. Are you ready? Yes. So over here, I'm going to show you a C program now. From there, we'll talk about the C++ class and object. First thing I included the libraries. stdio.h is a standard library. String is the standard library for doing some string operations. I created the structure books with a name, author, pages and weight. And I'm going to print the data. Whatever data I got, record.name, name, author, pages and weight. So put it in a book underscore info method. Okay, so I got the structure and printing the structure. Two methods are created now. Okay, now let's move on here. I'm going to have a main function. So structure is created. Now I'm going to create a variable for that. Okay, struct book name is books is a structure. My book is the structure name. Variable is created. The structure element is created. The structure element will have the name is C pointer. My book.name is C pointer. My book.author is myself. So my book.page equal to 100. Sir, string you have to use string manipulation methods. Over here, number, its integer or floating variable is equal to is enough. My book.weight 200.5f. Now I got the data. So in my book is the box. My book is the box. You got the name, author, pages and weight. Box. So you can transfer the box. You can transfer the box. Book underscore info. I'm transferring this box here. Okay, as a record. Sir, my book is here, record is here, sir. You can have different names because this is a reference. Only the values are passed. Now, my book, this guy gives all this one to this guy. Now, this guy is having all these things. So, I got books. I place it on other person's head. I got books on my head. I place it on the other person's head. Now, record dot name is C pointer. Record dot author is myself. Record dot pages is 100. Record dot weight it's a 200.5. Since it's a string, percentage S. Since it's number, percentage D. Since it's weight, percentage F. This is how it will be. Now hope you got an idea on structure. Okay, so here is the entire program to explain it to you. So the entire program is like declare the structure, and you are going to create a variable for the structure, load the content for the variable and pass as a parameter for the another method. This is the method, and this guy is having all this data and he is trying to print it. This is how your structure program works. This is in C program. Now it's time for me to move on to the C++ program. It's my part 3 of my video. Here's my part 3. Okay, these are the areas we are going to discuss now. Are you ready? Let's move on. Okay, so what is a class and objects? Before that, our company Kasha Infotech, we are into Telegram channel people. You can join our Telegram channels, and here's my Insta account to contact, and my contact details are here. And we are into social networks, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, everywhere people. You can contact us via any kind of networks, and you can reach us and you can contact me. Okay, so our company Kasha Infotech, we are giving students to a lot of companies, and thanks to all the HRs for taking our students, and congrats to all the people who got placed via our company. And recently we got some openings for freshers, for networking candidates. Before 2 days I got this opening, and we got some openings for .NET developers. That's really awesome. Before 3 days we got some opening for AngularJS and web design before 3 days. That's really good news. And I got people looking for .NET and SQL trained candidates, and companies are looking for .NET people. Okay, .NET candidates. These are some of the openings which we got, the web designing candidates. So thanks to all the HRs for taking our candidates. And you may ask me questions, how to become a software engineer, sir, or software tester, sir. So this is the simple trick you can plan it, people. Simple trick. So go for internships or courses via online or offline, people. So you can go for job for sure easily. Okay, so utilize our company, contact us, we are ready to help you. And here is the contact numbers to contact us. So this is how you can plan your profile, people. Learn some easiest evergreen technology. Learn some easiest technology. Learn some coding technology and learn some database technology. So learning all these technologies, your profile will be awesome. You can go for a job. Easiest technology like web designing, website is forever, evergreen. Easiest technology like software testing, automation testing, networking. Learn some programming language like .NET or Java or Python. Learn some database technology like SQL Server or Oracle to store the data. Once you will learn all these four as a package, your profile is awesome, people. 20,000 to 1.5 lakhs you can get the job, salary, and any degree, any department people can go for job, people. So utilize the opportunity and go for job. Okay, let's move on to what is a class and an object, sir. Class is the photo and object is the real-time one. Okay, so class is a template. As I told you, you got your class. A person is a template. The person will have the property like name, sex, profession. And you got the method what the person can do, man. So I got name, which sex, I got my profession. And what I can work, I can study. So that is your behavior or methods or functions. the property and methods. So from this is a class. From that I got the real-time object, person 1. Jessa, female, engineer, working, studying. That's really awesome, man. So P2, John, male, doctor, work, study. So person is a class. From that I created objects. This is how your class and object method works. So class is a user-defined data type or data structure, and it is declared with the keyword called class. We'll be having this one like a class name. Yes, you got class name. You will be having the variables here, variables, int, data. You got the functions here, void, function. So there is some processing happening here. This is how your class and methods will be. And this variable is called as a member variable. And this one they call it as methods or functions. Okay, this is how class name. You got the variable and a method, and the method can have some functionality. This is how your class works. This is how your class is declared. You may ask me a question, sir, class is there, sir. What you will do with this class, sir? So you got the photo, using that you create an object. Am I right? Okay, so now I'm going to create an object for that. So your class is here and you got the object here. Venkat class, you got the object V object. And you are able to say I'm going to call the function. Now I got the data equal to 1. This is how the code works. This is how the code works. So you got your Venkat class as a class. You got an object. The object is created. And using this object you are able to call this method and you are able to access the data. This is how your class works. Hope you got an idea. Let me try to explain with you a little bit of better program so that you can able to understand what I'm trying to tell you. Over here I got the same class, Venkat class. So Venkat class, you got the function here, and this function is returning an integer, and this integer is getting printed. So over here it is printf. No, it is not printf, it is cout. So I made a small mistake here. It is cout. Okay, it is cout. Okay, now so Venkat, for this Venkat class I create an object. So the object.data1 is 10. That's good. The 10 is in data 1. Now the 10 is in data 1. That's really awesome, man. Now 10 plus 10 becomes 20. The function will be returning 20. The function will be returning 20. So I got 20 here, and this is getting returned and it is getting printed here. So it's C++, you got cout, not printf. Sorry for this. Okay, I need to change this one. Okay, so what else we are going to see now? Let's talk about a very important concept called access specifiers. Access specifiers in the sense like, sir, I got some data, sir. Whether my son can use it or not, whether my grandson can use it or not, can be like specified using access specifiers. So this method is with a private. It won't be given to my son. If it is public, I can give it to my son. So you can specify the private in data. This is used by only this class. Public function, it can be used by others also. Okay, so this is called as access specifiers: private, public and protected. So there are 3 access specifiers. So you'll be getting the output as 20 here. Sir, my class is here, sir. Only this class should use this variable, then it is private. If this class variable can be accessed by others, now make it as public here. So this is how it is, access specifiers. Okay, let's move on to the very important other concept called constructors. Okay, let's move on to the next concept. We are going to talk about the constructors. Sir, what is constructor, sir? You are able to see Venkat class. Oh, the function name is Venkat class once again. So over here Venkat class, the function is func1, man. But here Venkat class is there, man. Same name. Once an object is created, automatically the constructor is called. Over here, the object is created, we need to call this function manually. We have to call this function manually. Over here, automatic calling of a function is called as a constructor. Over here, you are able to see once an object is created, the constructor is called. Automatically, you are able to see once the object is created, the constructor is called. That's good. Okay, another object is created. Once again, the constructor is called automatically. Calling the function automatically is called as constructor. So if you want to initialize it, object created, data needs to be initialized. Then it is invoked at the time of object creation. That is called constructor. And as I told you, it is used for initialization. While creating an object, I want some variable should be added, some data should be added. Then you can go for constructor. Automatic initialization of data. Okay. So constructor will have the same name as the class name. That is called as constructor. We don't have any variable here. That is called as default constructor. People, once I am telling you, constructor is called the constructor is also a function, people. Constructor is also a function, people. The one thing is like function, you need to call it manually. Create an object, call it manually. Whereas the constructor, create an object, automatically it is called. So that is called as constructor. So hope you got an idea on the constructor. Now let's talk about further on constructor. Now we have seen a very default constructor, only a bracket is there. Now I'll talk about the parameterized constructor. Class name as the function name. So it is a constructor. It got two variables, a parameterized constructor. It is called as parameterized constructor. Now I got the display method to display. Okay, so I got the parameterized constructor here. Okay, now I'm got a main function. I'm going to write a main function here. Venkat class v object 1 comma crucial. I got the data here. Automatically this constructor is called and 1 and crucial will go here. Once an object is created, the data is fed here. Okay, you can see it here. So v object 1, v object crucial. So you are able to see it here. Now object is automatically, you got the ID and name is ready packed. You got your ID and name packed and you are able to see it here. And you got the second object created. Second object created, the data is stored and you are able to see it here. Automatically you got your second data. That's really awesome. So this is how the constructor works. Okay, you are able to see the 1 is stored in ID, crucial is stored in name, and 1 and crucial is here. 2 is stored in ID, Soumit is stored in name, and you got the 2 Soumit is here. So this is called as a parameterized constructor. So the constructor Venkat class, Venkat class. The constructor Venkat class, Venkat class. The constructor with the same name is called, the function with the same name is called constructor. Constructor with the parameter is called a parameterized constructor. So now you got an idea like how the constructor works. So sir, you are telling about constructor, sir. Is it a destructor is available? Yes. If there is a constructor, that should be a destructor. Initializing a value for an object is constructor. Removing an object, if the scope is over, then it is called as destructor. Okay, sir, I close my Microsoft PowerPoint, sir. I close my like a 3D Max, sir. I close my .NET, sir. I close my MS Word, sir. The object needs to be removed from RAM. And this can be achieved with a great person called destructor. Destroy the object as soon as the scope of the object ends. The scope ends, that's it. The destructor can be specified with a tilde symbol. So class name and the destructor name will be same. A is the class name, A, constructor, A with the tilde, that is called destructor. Okay, so I created a void main function. Over here, for this A, I create an object. Automatically, the constructor is called. Now the constructor is called, that's it. and the bracket is over, the program is ending. Now automatically the destructor will be called and you are able to see your destructor here. This is how, so once the program ends, the scope ends. So remove the object, delete the object. That is how your destructor is. So same name as the class name. The constructor and destructor will have the same name as the class name. So this is how your destructor works. Okay. Now what else we are going to see now? So let's talk about the advanced object-oriented programming further. Part 4. Oh my God, it's part 4 now. We are going to talk about part 4. That's really awesome. Okay, these are the areas still we are looking into. So we finished up to the destructor here. Oh, lots and lots of things are there, man, to see. Yes, I'm really tired. Anyway, we'll move on to the next area. Now we are going to talk about the class with the functions. The class with the functions. You got the class cube and you got the side is the variable and get volume is the method I got. Now I got the main function. So cube, getting the side and calculate the volume is a program. Cube C1, I got the object. C1 dot side, you got the value 4 and you got the volume I'm trying to calculate. And this is your variables. This is a class with a variable and methods, and this is your main function. Now I'm trying this program. We are trying to calculate the volume of the cube. I got the C1 object created. That's really awesome. And I got the side value 4 is allocated, and this side variable is used, or now volume is called. Now you got the value of 4 that is calculated and you got the value 64 and this is printed here. Now the volume of cube C1 is equal to is 64. So that is the output you will be receiving. So this is how the code works. Now sir, I got the definition. The definition, not only the declaration, the definition is inside the class. There are some situations where I can't have the definition inside the class. Can I have it outside, sir? Declare the function there and call it outside, sir. Is it possible? Now let's see how it works. So that is the one we are going to see it now. Okay, so how it works. Yes, now that is can be achieved with the scope resolution operator. It will be having a double full colon, 2 full colon. Declare the get volume here and int, so because this is going to be written integer, put the class name. Oh, C is caps and we need C caps here. Get volume. So declare it and define everything here. Okay, and this can be achieved with the scope resolution operator and capital C. Over here we got capital C. You can see that object is created C1 and you got the side is equal to 4 is coming and it is allocated, and now my C1 get volume is called now and this is called here. That's good, and it is called here. Now I got my value 4 and now this is getting processed as usual, and you got the value of 64 and it is getting printed. That's it. Okay, the same program, but the function definition is declared outside the function, outside the class. So class with variable methods and the function defined outside the class using scope resolution operator, and here is the main function, and this is called as scope resolution operator. Okay, so what else we are going to see now? Let's talk about the great concept called a polymorphism. So making the things to work in different way, existing in different forms, they called it as polymorphism, and the concept is called as overloading. That is called, so enabling multiple functions by one person so that we are able to increase the capability and avoiding very complex programs and increase the readability. That is why we are going with the great guy called overloading. There are two kinds of overloading available. One is function, the other one is operator. Okay, so operator overloading. So if we talk about the features of overloading, we need to understand like what is this function overloading and operator overloading, so that you can easily match why we are telling that it is a easy and readable one. Okay, let's move on here. The first thing is function overloading. Same function name but different structure. Add, oh, same name, man, but 2 parameter, 3 parameter, man, that's really awesome. This guy is returning an integer, but parameter is 2 here, parameter is 3 here. Okay, and this guy is returning a plus b. This function is returning a plus b. This function is returning a plus b plus c. First object is created. 10, 20. Oh, 30 is getting printed. Now you got 10, 20, 30. Okay, 60 is getting printed. Okay, so same function name but different working functionality. That is called function overloading, function polymorphism. Okay, so that is called as function polymorphism. And we'll talk about the next area called operator overloading. Okay, let's talk about the great concept called operator overloading. Plus is the operator, A and B is here, concatenation AB. Sir, plus is the operator 1 and 2, sir, become addition, sir. You can see plus operator is there, increment A is equal to 10, B is equal to plus A, it will become 11. The same increment operator, I am going to use it here to do some other process. So this is how I am trying to code. OP is the class name. I create an object. OP is the constructor. Initializing with num equal to 10. Now I got plus of object. Automatically this is the method. Plus of operator or object. You are able to call it here. So plus increment 1, but I am trying to increment 3 here. Now you are able to see it here. I incremented 3 here. Now I am trying to print it here. Now my 13 is getting printed. Okay, changing the functionality of an operator and make it to work in a different way, that is called operator overloading. So mug up this one. Simple. Mug up this one. Okay, so hope you got an idea on the basic concepts. Now we are moving to the final part of object-oriented concept, that is called inheritance. Let's move on. So inheritance, in the sense like it is a very powerful thing which enable the reusability, code reusability, making others to utilize it. That is called as inheritance. So my father is there, parent property utilized by a child, then it becomes an inheritance. The varieties of inheritance available: one parent to one child, that is called as single inheritance. One parent to one child to grandson, multi-level, sir, multi-level inheritance. Okay, one parent, maybe two child, one parent, that is called hierarchical. Two parents, one child, then it is called as multiple. Okay, this is how your inheritance types are classified. Okay, you got your 1 and 1 single, 1 1 1 multi-level, 1 more hierarchical, more 1 multiple. That's really simple, man. Okay, that's really simple. Let's move on here. Okay, let's talk about the first concept called single inheritance, how it works. So one father, one son. So that is your single inheritance. Let's move on here. Oh, the aeroplane is moving on. You got a class B, class A. Class B is the child and class A is the father. So public class A, father is ready. Public class B, the full colon indicates inheritance. Public A, all the public come here. And the child will be using father's public here. That's really awesome. Let's move on to the program here. Here is the one. I got public class A. You got the display method, display A. You got the output function here, class A function. You got another class B, public class A. So the father is here. This is the child and this is the father. You got display method. You got the class B. Class B variable is created and you are able to see using class B, object B, I am able to call the class A function. Okay, so using object B, calling the class B function. Now you got it here. Okay, this is how your class and object model works. So I got a class B created. So class B, for that I create an object. Only for this guy I create an object. Using this object I am able to access this guy, father's class, father's method. So B is an object created here and trying to access father's method, trying to access child's method, and that is called as single inheritance. So the child will be having access to father and also child's. Okay, that is called as a single inheritance. Let's move on to the next area called multi-level inheritance. Oh, I made a mistake. So now let's talk about multi-level inheritance. Copy paste mistake. Multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance are like father, son, grandson. Class A, class B, class A. We'll be having the syntax like this. You got a public class A. A is inherited by B. B is inherited by C. That's good. This is called as multi-level inheritance. We talk about multi-level inheritance. You can see it here. Class A, you got display A. Class B, display B. Class C, display C. Now I got the methods here. I created a variable for C, object for C. So I created an object for C. Good. C got the property of everything. Good. C took the property of everything. C dot display A is trying to access the grandfather's function. Okay. Now C dot display B, father's function is trying to access. Now father's function it is trying to access. Now you got a class B function. That's good. Now it is going to access its own function. C dot display C. It is its own function. Its own function. That's awesome, man. This is called as a multi-level inheritance. This is called as multi-level inheritance. Now let's move on to the hierarchy inheritance. One father, two son. Okay, one father, two son. That is your hierarchical inheritance. Let's move on to hierarchical inheritance. So one father, two son. That is called like a hierarchical. One parent, two child or more child. Class A. Okay. Now class B inherit class A. Okay. Class C inherit class A. Okay. So one father, two son. That is how the program is. Now let's move on here. You got a class A with the display method A, class B with the display method B, class C with the display method C. Good. So these two father is class A. Class A, class A. Now I created an object for class C and calling father. So class C and I am trying to calling father's property A. Okay, father property A. Using class C, I got my class A function printed. Now I created an object for class B. So object B. So now I got the object B now. Okay. Now you are able to see trying to access father's property. Then I got the class A function also. Okay. This is how your hierarchical inheritance works. So this is the final part. We are going to see it now. I think I reached the end. So you got your father and mother. Multiple parents to one child. That is called multiple inheritance. This is not available in Java. So let's move on to the multiple inheritance in C++. You got your inheritance here. So two parent, one child. Class A. Now class B. Now I got my class C. Inheriting both parents. C is inheriting both parents. So multiple more parents, one child. Okay, this is your class multiple inheritance. Okay, here is the program. I got class A, I got something. I got class B, I got something. I got class C, having class A and class B. Now I create an object for class C, calling A and calling B. Simple. Okay, so using these variables you are able to call it. Okay, this is called as multiple inheritance. Oh my god, it's really tough, man. Very tough video I have created. But I got a real satisfaction today that I've done a great job and I'm going to help someone here. If any of you people look into this particular video up to this minute, please post it or put a comment. I'll be totally happy. So that is a recognition for my hard work. I really worked very hard to prepare this content. Anyway, it's time for me to say goodbye to you people. Like our company, Kashan Photo, we are providing online internships and direct internship at my Chennai office. You can reach me at any time for any kind of like. I request you people to please share this video to your friends and everyone. Let's spread some good information. Let's transform this society. It's time for me to say goodbye to you. Thank you people. This is Venkat signing off from Wiki Tech and Kashan Photo. Jai Hind. Thank you.